There is nothing more unbelievable than a win at the moment when all hope is almost lost, and the NBA has a personal history of such clutch moments that would get you sweating at the edge of your seat. Some of these moments are purely magical and go down in history as moments. In this video, we're going to be looking at the best that could just almost give you a heart attack. So let's get in. But before we move, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Okay, here we go. Michael Jordan's final shot with the Bulls. Jordan had scored in many clutch moments, but this time the stakes were even higher. It was Game 6 of the 1998 NBA Finals. The Chicago Bulls were trailing the Utah Jazz 86-85 with just 18.9 seconds left. Every fan in the Delta Center held their breath. The Jazz had the ball, ready to extend the series. But Michael Jordan wasn't going to let that happen. This wasn't just any shot, this would be Jordan's final one in a Bulls uniform, a chance to seal his legacy. As Karl Malone backed down Dennis Rodman, Jordan was waiting for his chance. In an instant, he stole the ball from Malone, giving the Bulls one last shot. He dribbled up the court, facing off against Bryon Russell. Then, with a quick crossover, a subtle push-off, and a smooth shot, he released the ball. The ball floated towards the basket, spinning slowly. With just 5.2 seconds left, it swished through the net. Silence. The Jazz had one last shot, but it missed. The Bulls had won. Their 6th championship in 8 years, a dynasty complete. The pressure, insane. The stakes were as high as they could get. Earl Strom described it, quote, "I was right there. Clean shot. Jordan was too good." Doug Collins also reflected, "It was a reminder of how competitive Michael was and how he stayed calm when it mattered." Jordan held his shots follow through, frozen in time. Bob Costas called it perfectly, quote, "If that's the last image of Michael Jordan, how magnificent is it?" It wasn't just a game winner, it was the perfect ending to a legendary career. Magic Johnson's Junior Sky Hook. Clutch moments can happen at any time in a game, and Magic Johnson proved that. Game 4 of the 1987 NBA Finals was one of those moments. At the Boston Garden, the Lakers were down 106-105 with just 7 seconds left. The rivalry between the Lakers and Celtics had reached a boiling point, and Magic Johnson was in the middle of it. With time ticking down, Magic made his move, driving to the basket, weaving through defenders. Kevin McHale and Robert Parrish were closing in, ready to block him. But Magic had a different idea. Instead of going for a layup or jumper, Magic used a running hook shot, a junior version of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's famous sky hook. The ball flew over the defender's hands and swish. The Lakers led 107-106 with just 2 seconds left. The Boston crowd, who had been roaring, was now silent. The Celtics had no answer, and the Lakers won. They changed the flow of the series and went on to win the championship. It wasn't just the timing of the shot, it was the guts. Magic wasn't just a point guard, he made magic happen on the court. Doug Collins explained it, quote, "That moment showed Magic's competitive spirit and his ability to deliver in pressure situations. In an instant, Magic changed the finals. That shot is the turning point of the series." Magic did what he always did, delivered in the biggest moments. John Stockton's 3 to send the Jazz to the finals. Now let's look at John Stockton. It was Game 6 of the 1997 Western Conference Finals. The Utah Jazz needed only one shot to make history. The score was tied at 100 with only 2.8 seconds left. The Delta Center was full of nervous fans. John Stockton passed the ball to Karl Malone, who quickly returned it to him. As Stockton dribbled towards the three-point line, Charles Barkley closed in fast. Without hesitation, Stockton shot the ball. The ball was in the air when the buzzer sounded, and for a few seconds, everyone in the arena held their breath. Then it happened. It entered. The Delta Center erupted as the Jazz took a 103-100 lead and clinched their first ever NBA Finals appearance. Doug Collins reflected, quote, "That moment showed Stockton's competitive spirit and his ability to perform when it counted. Stockton's shot wasn't just a game winner, it was the beginning of something huge for the Jazz. For Stockton, it was the highlight of his incredible career. For the Jazz, it was the moment they finally broke through, no longer the underdogs. They were headed to the finals thanks to Stockton's fearless shot." Sean Elliott's Memorial Day Miracle. Some shots don't just win games, they become a part of history. On May 31st, 1999, during Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals, the Spurs are down 85-83 with just 12 seconds left. The Alamo Dome was filled with tension as fans stood anxiously waiting. Sean Elliott caught the inbound pass near the baseline, his feet dangerously close to the out-of-bounds line. Rasheed Wallace rushed at him, arms stretched, ready to stop him. But Elliott had no choice but to act. With his toes on the edge, he jumped and let go of a high, arcing three-pointer. The ball seemed to hang in the air forever before it dropped cleanly through the net. The Spurs were now leading 86-85 with just 9 seconds remaining. The Alamo Dome went wild. It's unforgettable. This wasn't just a clutch shot, it was the start of something bigger for San Antonio. As one commentator put it, the Memorial Day miracle is still the biggest moment in Spurs history. It set the stage for a dynasty. Derek Fisher's .4-second shot. Derek Fisher's game winner in the 2004 Western Conference semifinals was pure magic. It was Game 5 of the 2004 Western Conference semifinals. The Lakers trailed 73-72 against the Spurs. Only .4 seconds remained, just enough time for Fisher to make history. Gary Payton threw the ball inbounds, and Fisher caught it near the baseline. In one quick motion, he turned and shot the ball while twisting in the air. There was no second thought, no hesitation, just pure instinct. And that was it. They won. It seems impossible to even process what happened in that fraction of time. Fisher said, quote, "I thought the ball was going to miss. It felt too strong, but somehow it went in and the Lakers moved on." Fisher had delivered one of the most improbable buzzer beaters in NBA history. The Lakers went on to win the series, and Fisher's shot showed precision, timing, and clutch performance. Robert Horry's buzzer beater. Back in 2002, during the Western Conference Finals, Robert Horry made a crazy shot for the Lakers against the Sacramento Kings. It was Game 4 of the 2004 Western Conference Finals. The Lakers were in trouble, down 99-97 to the Kings with just 11.8 seconds left. They had one final chance. Kobe Bryant drove to the basket, but his shot was blocked. Shaquille O'Neal attempted a putback, but missed. The ball was knocked out, flying toward the top of the arc. It landed right in Robert Horry's hands. Without a moment's pause, Horry rose up and took the shot. The buzzer sounded as the ball soared through the air and, swish, the Staples Center erupted as the Lakers won, tying the series 2-2. Fans recall the excitement in the Staples Center. One observer said, "The crowd went wild when Horry hit that shot. It wasn't just a game winner. It showed his reputation for clutch shots when it mattered." That shot was not just a game changer. The Lakers went on to win the series and their third straight championship. Horry's shot stood as one of the coldest shots in NBA history. Ray Allen's corner three. Then there's Ray Allen's shot in Game 6 of the 2013 NBA Finals that changed everything for the Miami Heat. It was late in the game. The Heat were down 95-92 to the San Antonio Spurs, and a loss would have meant the end of their season. With 19.4 seconds left, LeBron James missed a three-pointer, but Chris Bosh hustled for the offensive rebound, found Allen in the corner, and passed him the ball. Allen, his feet just barely in bounds, took a step back as Tony Parker rushed to block his shot. Despite the pressure, Allen was calm. He let it fly. Swish. The Heat had tied the game, sending it to overtime. Miami went on to win that night in overtime, win Game 7, and take the championship. What made this shot special wasn't just the clutch factor, it was the timing. Miami was about to lose, but Allen's three kept them in the fight. Fans called it a game changer, with one saying, quote, "Allen's corner three in 2013 is one of the most unforgettable moments in NBA history. It wasn't just about the shot, it saved the Heat's season." That three-pointer was more than just a clutch shot, it was the key to a championship. Without it, the Heat's dynasty could have ended right there. Kawhi Leonard's buzzer beater versus the 76ers. Some shots seem impossible, but then there's Kawhi Leonard. In Game 7 of the 2019 Eastern Conference semifinals, the Toronto Raptors and Philadelphia 76ers were tied at 90, with only 4.2 seconds remaining. This was the moment. Win or go home. Leonard caught the inbound pass, quickly dribbled to his spot, and got ready. Ben Simmons followed him closely, and Joel Embiid jumped to contest the shot. Leonard faded back, launched a high shot, and watched. The ball hit the rim. Once, twice, a third time, then a fourth. Time literally stopped. The crowd went crazy. The ball had gone in. Leonard stood watching, knowing that this moment was something bigger. The shot wasn't just a game winner. It was the first ever Game 7 buzzer beater in NBA history. It wasn't just about the shot, it was about the moment, the pressure, and the history. Fans recalled how the whole arena went silent as the ball bounced. When it went in, the place erupted. As one commentator said, quote, "It wasn't just a buzzer beater, it marked the Raptors' rise to NBA greatness. It sent the Raptors to the Eastern Conference Finals, the NBA Finals, and ultimately to their first ever championship. Leonard had delivered a moment that Toronto would never forget." Damian Lillard's bye-bye shot versus the Thunder. Finally, let's talk about Damian Lillard's 37-foot game winner in the 2019 Western Conference first round, Portland Trail Blazers versus Oklahoma City Thunder. It was Game 5 of the 2019 Western Conference first round. The Portland Trail Blazers and Oklahoma City Thunder were locked in battle, but everyone knew how this was going to end. The score was tied at 1:15 with just 3 seconds left. Damian Lillard casually dribbled near half court, letting the clock tick down. Paul George, one of the league's best defenders, waited for him to make a move. Then Lillard pulled up from 37 feet, launching a cold-blooded three over George's outstretched hands. The buzzer sounded as the ball went through the net. The Moda Center exploded. Lillard didn't celebrate. Instead, he turned to the Thunder bench and waved goodbye. Lillard's composure under pressure was incredible. One fan said, quote, "Lillard knew that shot was going in the moment he let it go. It wasn't just about the series, it was a statement. It cemented Lillard's place as one of the league's most clutch players." So there you have it. This is what it feels like to experience a buzzer-beater moment. Which of these shots do you think was the best, and which of them do you think is overrated? Let us know in the comments section, and watch out for our next NBA video.